All right, hey guys, we are here in Amarillo once again. We are here at the Amarillo Botanical Gardens. We're just about a quarter of a mile away from the Don Harrington Discovery Center. We featured that video a few weeks ago. We'll go ahead and link it right here. But regardless of the time of year, this is late fall, almost winter time. We're here right about Christmas, and the Botanical Gardens is a neat place to come. Even though we experienced snow and chilling temperatures, we actually had our first snowfall just a couple days ago. But they have an indoor conservatory that is full of tropical plants and some animals. So let's go check that out. Before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. We also brought this little duck along. Let's see if we can drop it off somewhere along the way.
Welcome back, adventurers. Today, we're wandering into the Amarillo Botanical Gardens, the one place in the Panhandle where plants aren't constantly fighting for their lives. Well, most of them. We're here on a crisp fall day, which means the leaves are changing, the air is cooler, and the plants are giving it their best "I'm tired, let me nap" energy. But even in fall, this place has some surprises. So let's dive in before the wind blows all the leaves away. As we stroll through the paths, you'll notice the classic Texas Panhandle autumn look. Leaves that are just colorful enough to make you feel like you're in a postcard, but also slightly crunchy, like they're judging you for stepping on them. The sculptures out here always look like they're deep in thought. Or maybe that's just me projecting, because I forgot where I parked my car again. Either way, they add a nice artsy touch to this fall backdrop. If you're watching this at home, imagine that perfect mix of cool breeze, warm sun, and the occasional gust that's just strong enough to move your hair into a new zip code. Even in the fall, the gardens still show off. Some of the flowers are hanging in there like, nope, not giving up, not today. These late bloomers are basically the overachievers of the plant world. Then, there are the ornamental grasses, the supermodels of autumn. Tall, graceful, and always ready for a slow-motion wind shot. Seriously, if plants had headshots, these grasses would be signed with an agent by now. Now, stepping into the greenhouse is like suddenly teleporting to a tropical vacation. Minus the beach, and the fruity drinks, and the questionable sunburn. In here, the plants are thriving. Absolutely thriving. They're tall, they're lush, and basically showing off like they're on a botany runway. Meanwhile, outside, their cousins are like, we're doing our best, okay? You've got palms, bright foliage, and humidity levels that might make your camera lens question its life choices. But wow, it's beautiful. As we wander towards the quieter areas of the gardens, you'll find these peaceful little hideaways. Benches tucked under trees, water features gently bubbling like they're trying to whisper comforting advice, and plenty of spots to sit and reflect on the important questions like, where did I park my car? These are the perfect places to relax, take photos, or pretend you're in a nature documentary, narrated by the very confused David Attenborough.
And here we are in the Amarillo Botanical Gardens, a rare oasis where plants boldly declare, yes, we can survive in the panhandle. Observe as these resilient species bask in the sun, quietly judging visitors who forget this is the closest thing to a jungle Amarillo will ever see.
Fall at the Amarillo Botanical Gardens may not be flashy, but it has charm all on its own. It's peaceful, cozy, and full of those little details that make you slow down. Which is great, because if you're like me, you probably needed a break anyway.
All right, so I got these two little ducks in here. It only makes sense that we leave this little guy somewhere in here for somebody to find. Here's some little benches right here, perfect place for us to drop off a duck. So we'll leave it for the next person that comes by.
Thanks for tagging along on this botanical adventure. If you enjoyed wandering around with me today, go ahead and tap that like button and subscribe. It really helps this channel and keeps me fueled and motivated. Thanks again for joining me on today's adventure. Until next time, happy travels.